It's Kate Stillman, head of Yoga Health Coaching, and I'm here with Annie Barrett,
Woohoo!
Coach of the Month for September
Woohoo!
2016.
All
Congrat-
right.
Congratulations. Glad to see you
Thank
here.
you. Thanks so much. It's great to be here.
And so I would like you to share your tip for other yoga health coaches who dream of being Coach of the Month at some time in the future.
I think the biggest tip for success is to reach out to the YHC community. Like for me, it's really utilizing the structures, the accountability structures that YHC has. Accountability buddies, using the forum, getting on the calls, and really like when you have stuff coming up, putting up there, that for me has been the biggest reason why I think I've moved through YHC pretty quickly and got certified and why I feel successful now. The reach out, don't freak out
I love
is,
it.
is the best tip I
I
can
know,
think of.
right? Reach out, don't tweak out. Like I remember the first time I created a little Canva image for that and posted it on the forum, and it was honestly like in the beginning, it was like 2013, because I'm like, wait, you guys are like suffering independently, but when we come together, we actually something happens.
Yeah, it's all about, I mean, I think for me, it's all about the relationships. Like the fact that I've created these relationships and I have people that I know sort of have my back through this process and continuing now in continuity, same thing. Like it's like a lifeline. And when you know other people are there for you going through the same process and you can reach out to them. Like, I mean, just this past week, I talked to both of my accountability partners and they both had great feedback for me and I had feedback for them and we were all calmer and more chill and ready to move on after our conversation. So I would say that support and that built-in structure, super important and really great.
Oh, I'm so glad you're taking advantage of it. And so you haven't been to a retreat yet. You're going to come to the Mexico retreat, but you
Yep,
did
super
reach out
excited.
to me when you were like in my hood ish in
Yeah, I did.
Mexico. So you were like, "Hey, I'm here." And normally like I don't go anywhere, but I'm like, "Oh, that she's not that far. Like I can totally." And so that's
Uh-huh.
an example of how you're like, you know what, I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to reach out and I'm so glad that you did and that's the way you're orienting because then now I have more of a
Yeah.
personal connection with you. Can you anticipate what it'll be like to actually meet your accountability buddies or other yoga health coaches at the February retreat?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be awesome. I mean, it's like there's no, you don't have to do any small talk. Like, oh, what do you do? Da, da, da. We all know what we do. We've been chatting for months, and then it'll just be like, oh, in the flesh, awesome. I want to give you a big hug and thank you for, being my cheerleader and doing that. We get to do this work together. Really, so grateful for that. So I'm super excited for the opportunity
Awesome.
to get in the flesh.
I know, right? The real hugs. So now tell me, are you teaching your members in your courses, in your 10-week courses or masterminds or what you're teaching as a yoga health coach, are you teaching them to reach out, not tweak out? Like, has that actually become part of the values
Totally.
of what you're doing?
Yeah, totally. And I mean, I'm about to run my third 10-week group right now, and I'm just going to make it like it's like mandatory. You have to have an accountability partner. And in fact, yesterday I was coaching my mentor group because I'm a mentor for YHC now too, and it was sort of like this conversation of like really the habits. The person I was mentoring was saying, yeah, it's not that the habits they're so easy, and I said, yeah, they are, but the thing that makes the course so powerful is the fact that there's the accountability in the group. And I was encouraging her to really make sure that her members take advantage of that because that's the biggest thing I'm seeing in my groups is that as soon as they come together and recognize that there's support in the numbers and that they can find somebody who maybe has a similar situation or just really gets them on some level, that's the thing that changes and makes it possible. Whether you're in YHC or whether you're in Body Thrive, the habits that we need to move forward with our career or with our body integrity, it's all about relationships.
Bam!
Woohoo!
It's so true. I actually want to pull up a quote. So I've created a coaching guide for people, for the mentors and for the coaches coaching for Yoga Healer. And this quote comes from Eileen Mcgurty, and I stuck it right in here because I'm like, this is so important. And she says, one of the key insights of contemporary education is that deep and meaningful learning is always relational.
Relational.
Community is at
Yep.
the heart of education. Eileen Mcgurty, and she specializes in helping people create online courses, particularly in the yoga
Yep.
industry. So I'm really
Yep, I
glad
know
that you brought
Eileen.
that up.
Yeah.
Awesome. High 10, Coach of the Month,
Woohoo! Thank
Annie
you.
Barrett
Awesome.
in Washington State. Namaste, and thanks for being here. Thanks for
Namaste.
inspiring others, and thanks for living your Dharma. I know for you, you came into YHC as someone who's like, hey, I need to figure out the next level of my career. I want to be bi-locational. I have 2 boys. We like to spend half the time in Peru and half the time here. And it's just been a blast to support you on this path and to have you here now on the team as a mentor. So thank you for doing the
Yeah,
work.
thank you. It's been a blast being here. I'm happy to be on this journey. Thank you.